I'm Angel Figueroa, Chief Executive Officer for the ILEAD Charter School and co-founder of the charter school. Several years ago, roughly about 7 years, a group of pioneers and parents and advocates made a call to promote school choice, and it led the effort of starting this charter school. In addition to that, the choices for families in this community was very limited, and it was so unfortunate because many parents at that time felt the need that they wanted other options apart from the current status quo. So off we went to apply for what is now known today as the ILEAD Charter School. So we are in our 6th year of operation. Initially, we had a 3-year charter that was granted by the Reading School Board of Directors. In 2013, the Reading School Board of Directors decided to give us a 5-year renewal charter that kept us intact and in whole. And the goal is for us to stay around for another 100 years. That's where we want to head, because obviously there's such a great demand for an institution like ours. We're grades 9 through 12. Our mission is to serve at-risk students, and unfortunately in the case of Reading, every single child is at risk because of our status of poverty. But nevertheless, we have a diversity of students that do attend our schools. A big percentage of them do come from Reading, but we also have had experience of students coming from as far as Muhlenberg, Wilson, Daniel Boone have attended the ILEAD Charter School. ILEAD Charter School has played a critical role in the economic development comeback of downtown Reading. The mere fact that the 7th largest insurance company in the world gifted this beautiful 250,000 square foot building, it affirms who we are as an institution. It affirms the fact that we are a job creator and that we have contributed economically to this local community. We have some great ideas for the next 7 years that have been driven based on the demands of our families. So one of those specific ideas is to continue to build what we're calling our first community school model initiative. We're mimicking a model out in Cincinnati similar to the Philadelphia model as well as New York City. And it's a driving force of what needs to happen in our community. You know, what I have learned is that our community wants to be empowered. They don't want handouts, they want to hand up. And if we as leaders in our community could provide the tools, the resources, the know-how, many of our folks in our city will have great opportunities to see successful days in front of them. I remember when we first had our first commencement, there was only 23 students. Out of 23, 11 were high school dropouts, 3 were homeless. And today those people are doing fantastic. At the end of the day, we have to be realistic with who we are. We're running an academic trauma center here at ILEAD. And if our students could acquire the basic academic skills to be successful, productive citizens in our community, then that is a success story in itself. Do I have many other students that I could highlight? Absolutely. We have students at Albright College. We have students at Penn State. We have students that are going into the military. So many of these young people would not perhaps have had that opportunity or that chance if we didn't exist. Just over the weekend, I came across an employee at a bank, and I had told her who I was working for. And she goes, "I want to thank you, because today many of my friends are now high school graduates because of that school." And for me, it's those moments that I come across that make me feel extremely happy and satisfied that the team here at ILEAD, because it's a collective effort, it's not just one person. We wake up every day to do what's right for our community by providing the most optimal educational chances for our kids. First of all, I just sincerely want to thank the Berks County Latino Chamber of Commerce, which has a very special place in my heart, for taking a very bold and courageous step and recognizing an institution like ours, which is your institution. I've said many times, this is the community school. I would invite every single person to come through these halls, walk in the footsteps that many of my students do. And finally, the most optimal change agent of any city is education. Education is the equalizer of all things. And if we could wrap our heads around just that, we will have a much more vibrant Berks County, and all of us will come out winning at the end.